The God of War series is one of my favorite franchises for PlayStation. Wow, God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok were unbelievable games. And I think like a lot of you, we are all waiting for that next big game from Santa Monica. Obviously, we got God of War Sons of Sparta. I've put nearly 30 hours in. I thought it was a good game. I've done a review of it on my main channel. I know we are getting the remake of all three God of War games, the first three, which I've never played, but I've got on my PlayStation 3, so I will be playing it before. But I think like a lot of you, we're all thinking, what is the next big thing for God of War? What is that next big game? We heard rumors about it going to Egypt. We heard rumors about it being Atreus. And even though I liked the bits of Atreus in Ragnarok, I didn't mind it. When it comes to God of War, I want to play as Kratos, and there has been some leaks. So let's just say this is a rumor. Supposedly, Sony Santa Monica's project stars FAYE. So we could be playing as Kratos' wife. She was heavily involved in the storyline in 2018's God of War. I don't know how to feel about this, only because in recent years, I don't mind female characters and playing as female characters, but I feel like we've got so many. Some of them have been really forced. Forspoken, Last of Us Part 2, debatable, obviously, split down the middle with some fans. Now, I'm not saying this can't work, but when you think of God of War, you want to play as Kratos. I feel like a lot of games lately, they like to build up their franchises, Ghost of Tsushima, and all of a sudden, boom, let's bring in a female character. And it's like, you've built up that franchise. Why don't you carry it on? But let's give this a read and see what it says. Santa Monica did not make a surprise appearance during the most recent state of play, but there has been plenty of rumors about what the studio might be up to. The God of War franchise did get a few announcements, obviously with Sons of Sparta, but the next AAA installment is still operating in the realms of rumor. Jason Schreier teased that the Team's Net project was not a new IP, but it might feel like one. Following Schreier's hints, the fanbase noticed a LinkedIn update over the weekend from a writer who had worked on the project and described it as a new franchise within the God of War universe. Okay. Most frequently, Nate the Hater, who has pretty reliable track record, joined the conversation to claim that the game will take place in the God of War universe and the lead character will be FAYE. Yes, the game is set within the God of War universe, this is what he said, and the lead character will be FAYE. Current plan revealed this year, first half of 2027, bearing any delay. Fans of the most God of War games should be very familiar with FAYE. Obviously, FAYE is dead when the 2018's God of War kicks off. If the project is focused on FAYE, it'll be very interesting to see if Deborah Ann Woll returns to the franchise to reprise the role. She's a great actress. Woll has been very busy with the non-stop Dungeons and Dragons, obviously, as well as Daredevil. The game will likely be a prequel, obviously, set years before God of War. During FAYE's adventures leads to the Jotnar against Thor. This would give Sony Santa Monica the chance to show gamers the 9 realms in a whole new light. At first, when I hear this, I'm like, okay, I don't know about this, just because, you know, you build up these franchises, you make millions of pounds, and then you like, boom, female character. This could work. As a smaller game like maybe Spider-Man Miles Morales, I would love to see what the 9 realms look like. We've heard stories about FAYE and how powerful she was. This is something that it could work. I don't know if there are a lot of people who are like, no, I don't want to play as a female character. I don't want to play, you know, as someone other than Kratos. If this is a smaller project, I feel like this could work for sure, because the story in 2018 is incredible. What we've heard about FAYE, what we've heard of what she was like. The axe that Kratos is holding is actually FAYE's. So it would actually be pretty cool to see this. I think this is something I would be well up to. And as long as the story's written well, I'm sure the character will be written well. I know this is a rumor at the minute. Obviously, it says it's a leak. I think this is something that could work. I love the God of War universe. Obviously, I will still want to see Kratos. Now, hopefully, there's going to be some more news in the future about maybe he is going to go to Egypt, but I want to see another Kratos. I want to see another God of War game, because God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok were just unbelievable games. Just having a look at this news from IGN, it does say, well, they have stated that it will be a focused spin-off focused on FAYE. So it sounds like it would be a smaller game, which is something that could definitely work. I'm not sure what you think about this. Would you be up to seeing a prequel about FAYE, and would you like to play as FAYE? God, that will feel very, very weird not playing as Kratos. Would it be similar to the God of War games? Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and is this something you are up for?